Hello guys, welcome back. It's Lone Gamer UK here, back with some more Transport Fever. You join us looking at our fuel deliveries and trains. Now I will just pause it here a sec. So a couple things. We spent a fair bit of money in the last video connecting up quite a lot of goods routes and going a bit crazy with the new Benz trucks, getting rid of most of our horse and carts and the earlier motor vehicles, and the one with the guy sitting up front looking rather dangerous. But we're still having some problems with profitability on pretty much all our trains regarding goods. So I've brought up the routes menu here and looking at the balance. Now, some of these haven't I've only just upgraded the trucks on some of the things, and we might make a bit more money than it's showing at the moment. However, the biggest 3-4 losses are the cow supply at 342, the oil line. In fact, the oil line was higher, and the fuel line is actually showing in profit now. 95k, but it was in negative a minute. It's just literally dropped off. Now the reason the fuel, this train can take 80, but it only just delivered 50, and we did have the horse and carts on this route, so they weren't really shifting enough of the oil from deliveries to our depot. Now we've got these trucks on here that can carry 8 at a time and go that bit quicker, and I've put a few more on. That should improve the situation, but at some cost of obviously these vehicles and their running costs. However, we have problems with the oil line, the fuel line. If you look at the train, it's 30 years, and its finances individually, its costs are starting to go up. Now, a couple other things I noticed. It's happened since the last video, or during the end of the last video, is that we did get a new wagon out for a 1910 onwards for fuel, having a capacity of 9 instead of, I think what we had was 5. Excuse me with my cough. I don't know what's happened though. The ones I'm currently using have disappeared from the list, so I can't even choose them now. So that's a bit weird. I don't know if that's a bug or not, but there we go. But I did upgrade, the sort of trains, but not the whole thing. So they're showing that they're old. So if you look at the oil line and you look at the vehicle, it's saying it's 44 years. However, the engine is fairly new, but the rest of it isn't. I'm not quite sure how the game's working that out, the difference between the two. It's considering everything, or whether it's correctly costing. But essentially, on both the oil and the fuel lines, we need to replace the wagons with the new tank wagons. However, they're nearly 500,000 a pop. Although to get the same capacity, you should only need about half as many. I think they're about 143,000 for the previous one, so it's quite an uplift. And I don't really have too much money to play with to do those yet, but we'll. By the time we sort out a few other things, we might have the money to do that. So this video is going to be trying to sort out still some profitability issues. So Jim will fix it, or Lone Game will fix it. Trying to get some of these 3 to 4 big losses, either reduce the losses or better still get them into profit. So as I say, we've got these trucks now. I've actually set this route just off camera to wait at the depot until they're full, because otherwise they're not really doing anything else. So they're going to sit at the depot until they're full, because I've now got too many trucks on, but it didn't deliver a full load last time. So I'm hoping now, because we can shift the demand from here to the London depot, that the train will deliver more fuel, which will increase, make it more profitable, and then again upgrading the oil and fuel wagons will also improve the situation at some expenditure cost, of course. These are only making money one way. But I just find it very odd that I can't see the previous wagons that we had in the list. Very strange. Anyway, it is what it is. The other thing, I'll just pause the game again just a sec there. We're you can see the oil line's now gone to minus $500,000. The grain train and the cow supply. And now, in the last, I think the video before last, we put on new trains, separated the routes and the track. So these should be really shifting a lot more. However, they're not. So, cow supply, I've told it to sit and wait until it's full, because we're not meeting capacity. So, and then the grain train is losing me buckets of money as well. That's the route. Where's the train? Yeah. Get rid of the route a sec. So I think this one I've told it to wait until it's full. So they're making nice runs. They're making them when they're full. They're having to wait though to get full, but they're just not really doing enough. And then the food, I don't know if it's just because the food demand isn't enough. Problem with the food train is that every little bit we get, we're shipping it to London, so it comes in here, but we're not having much waiting. We've got 3 waiting. This train's already off, delivering probably not very many. Let's have a look. 7 of 32. So that's losing money because it's not full. Again, I can tell this route to wait until it's full, although that might get in the way of the platform because both the grain train, so I can't ask it to wait there. So a little bit stuck on how to get these going, but as I say, my first plan of action, which I've already done, is upgrading these fuel trucks to start shifting fuel at a faster rate to improve the fuel, which in turn should improve the oil. I'm going to let the game run on a little bit, see how we do. Now these are all waiting here because there is no oil for them to pick up now. I've got to wait for the train to come in, which will be a while because it's still on its way back there. So I'm just going to see now if it picks up a full load or close to it. Same with here, and then probably on the next runs I will change their wagons if I can afford to. Let's look at these, how they do. I think they're going to be short of, so oil's only just over half. But that oil demand is dictated really by how much fuel you can shift. So now at the station there's only 56 waiting, so again that's not going to be a full load unless I tell it to wait for a full load. But then I'm paying money for the trains sitting around. I think they do spend a little bit less if they're not moving quite so much, but they still cost you money just sitting there, maintenance, etc. So it's up to 61, 62. We made 11 million, then 10 million, 10.3, so our profits have been going down, and that's mostly because obviously you spent a lot of money, 13.5 million in 1914. And I don't quite understand that, because look, this is all that oil. It's producing 134. So, and there's fuel sitting here. So I don't know why it's not moving it over there faster. It looks... let's have a look. It's saying it's got 43 stored. When it's filling it up, it's going to shift off pretty soon. I'm going to have a whole load of trucks ready to, but then they'll shift it. So these go anywhere sort of between 200,000 and 300,000 loss to 500,000 loss, depending on when you get them, the deliveries. Not too worried about these other ones just at the moment. And we did spend a lot of money upgrading the trucks. So some of these routes, if the trucks don't cost too much money, should start to... Highway, for example, has got the buses. But their losses aren't that significant. It's just these top 3 or 4 that I need to focus on. So what I might do here is tell this to wait until it's full. At the moment I don't need the capacity to be much more than about 80 on each, judging by our demand. We're only supplying one city at the moment, London. So the fuel train's off with a full load. We're going to have all these trucks waiting now, ready to go. It's only 8 a piece, but then that's nice. TARDIS parking. 20 trucks all in one. It's got to be a glitch. We're just going to see what happens here. Why is that truck going off? Turn around, sir. So maybe that order's not really working to wait until we're full. Have a look at these trucks. 5 of 8s. Quarter of 8, so you can go back. Here comes the fuel train. Again, they're moving off. You've all been told to wait until you're full. I've got it here. London Exchange. Wait until you're full. Not happening. Did make profit last year anyway, 3.44 million. Okay, so we've got full load of fuel to unload, and then these should all get busy. It's kind of glitching out a little bit here. He's full. He's full. He's full. Make sure they're all full. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Now, although the spacing isn't great on this, hopefully they'll all be back by the time the next train comes back. We're waiting. So, we'll see if that improves the fuel line. I mean, it's currently saying it's in profit now. 5,700,000. We'll see. But that was all being done by horse and cart, and I think I doubled the amount of trucks on there. So what we're going to do now, if I've caught it in time, is we're going to maybe send these trains back to the depot. So I'm going to send this train to the depot and spend more money. Now this train will probably have to wait. It will have a full load, and then when it comes back empty, turn it around, get it into that depot and try and upgrade its wagons. But yeah, I think ideally I want to update the train and the wagons all at the same time, otherwise it's going to be a bit confusing on the finances, you know, what's what. Saying it's red and it's overdue. I'll watch this bad boy come in to the depot. Unless I have upgraded the... I need to check. So we're going to pause that a sec. So what have we got? See, look, they've only got a capacity of 5. And I've got a gazillion on there, haven't I? Sure. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Because 5, capacity of 5, that's what we had. Now we've got this new capacity of 9. So it's not quite double. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's sell them. I'm going to sell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wonder what age it's going to say the train is now, because the wagons differ from the engine. Right, so I don't know if I've got all the money for this really. Nearly $500,000 a pop. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's have a look. 7 nines. What are 7 nines? 63. 63. Going to be 72. Going to be 81. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tempted to put 10 on, but I won't. I think that's going to be enough. So it's on the London fuel line. It says it's 9 years old now, so that must be the age of the engine. So look, there we go. Nice looking wagons. We are going to make them all red, match with our fuel. Okay, now he can turn around. He was coming this way for a pickup anyway. Now we've probably messed up the 32 waiting. Let me just double check I've got the line, so he should wait until he's full. I will have interrupted the demand services, so that's messing, although I paused it while we were in the depot, which should limit the damage. Quite like these new tankers, quite nice with the ladders and platform on top. Let's just get rid of the budget just for a sec. Admire the beauty of our new... Get rid of that then. Beautiful. Glorious. Oh, this is going to be so good. Diesel trains, planes, so much to look forward to. Oh. Camera shot. Comes our... He's going to be jealous now. He's going to say, oh look, he's got new... we'll be able to compare the two. There we go. There's a screensaver if I ever saw one. That's full. I'm going to send him to the depot. I can't find him. It's not in his direction. Let's keep that bad boy up. Oh, hang on. Oh, okay. It's not added them together yet because until they get used for fuel, they don't. The multi-use tank, but that's yeah. On 91 or whatever. That should wait until it's full. What we need to do with this oil train is send him to the depot. I kind of need to change this depot around, really, don't I? But move it back and have it so it can do it in both directions. Not enough fuel waiting here again, 34. We're going to do the same thing with this. We're going to put it in, put 9 tankers on, send it back out. I could have stopped it back there and moved the track in the depot, but I think I'll do that afterwards. Been bugging me for a few episodes that I have to do that. I'll have to do this, what I'm about to do. So start, reverse, enter depot. Find the routes now. We put the depot sort of, I don't know, back here. We can have 2 tracks going to it, so whatever direction the train is going in, it can go to the depot. Okay. If we can spend some more money. Okay, let's pause that. Okay, let's sell these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Now, in the video where I upgraded the locomotive, it literally was, I don't know, half an episode or a couple minutes after that episode finished that the new tanker Wagons came out. Murphy's Law. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put that on oil line. And that should be that. Check. Let's wait till he fills up. 1. Oh, it's 72. No, we've still got another 9. Yeah, 81. It was 80 before. So let's settle this. Nice jet black. There we go. Quite nice though with the game with the ladders and scaffolding on these tankers. Oops, wrong train. He should be almost ready to go. We don't need to watch him anymore. So, luckily he can fill up. No, he can't. 44. He's going to wait as well. Glorious, lovely new tanker wagons. So we'll see how what that does in a year or two to the overall profitability of the line. Those tankers were starting to cost me money because they were over age. And they're more units, so I think they probably were costlier to run than these. We'll see. But we've kept the capacity the same. Hopefully with the trucks at the other end, that will up the demand a bit for fuel, which will in turn mean that this will start producing a bit more oil, so they won't have to wait. So that's that. So next we have to look at the cow train. Not too sure really what we can do with these at the moment. Sorry, that's not the... Yeah, so they're both sitting here until they get full. Which is a good thing. So, I don't know, we'll maybe just give it a bit of time, see if they can make a bit more money. What I will need to do is to obviously get some more demand, more people that need cows and grain. Now I've got grain is needed here, so we can start dropping off here again. And I was going to connect up. I have connected up. Getting coal, and shifting that with these little trucks again, the Benz trucks, and they're delivering it to this location over here, but we're not doing anything with it yet. So I won't be doing it in this video. We'll probably end this video shortly here after we've played with our trains. But I might not even do it in the next video, but certainly within the next couple videos I'm looking to try and sort of make this into a bigger hub. So I will start sending sort of all of the goods into here and back out again, because we need a sort of central hub. So even if London doesn't need coal and stuff, because essentially the cities use tools, food, goods, construction, machines and fuel. That's only ever really what the cities require, and the population needs transport. So I'll look at doing that. What I might do to help pay for all of that is to look at some more passenger routes. We're not far away from planes and doing airports. In fact, yeah, airport's not available yet, but that's going to appear very shortly in the next video or two. And then I'll see if I can get some long distance routes, but we need to start thinking about connecting Basingstoke to London for passengers, and just start connecting these up now. I've got already these bus routes set up. So, well, that's wood. But Oxford Shuttle, let's have a look. Going the Oxford Shuttle. So these two cities are connected. But I'll look to make some of these into trains. Maybe not some really short ones. I'll maybe focus on some longer ones. So we might connect Cambridge, Harlow, Norwich. That would be quite good, and we can get that coming into here. Now this is a goods hub. This is the only station we've got coming into London, so I've got a couple projects in mind for future. One is to expand and have a major goods hubs, all the goods in, all the goods out, and then maybe over here or something we'll shift the station and we'll do something of a similar size but for passengers, so that we can start shifting people and we can create an intercity line between cities. So I think the first thing we'll do intercity will be connect London, Norwich, Harlow and Cambridge up, and then we'll just keep going, connecting up through the map, and then we'll have a sort of similar situation where we've already got Windsor connected up to London, so Basingstoke, but we'll have a sort of a service. And what I'll do with all of these cities is I'll do a commuter route and a fast travel route. So there'll be the commuter route that will stop off at every place, and then there'll be like a fast train that will go, say, Oxford to London and Cambridge to London, and then we'll create something up here in probably Nottingham or Birmingham, and again we'll connect the cities up for commuters, but we'll connect a fast train all the way down to Cambridge and Gloucester, and eventually complete the network. Although, you know, when I do airports, I think we're going to do some, you know, between the cities right in the north and the south, so we can maximise the distance and travel. So our grain train's on the move. Cow train is still waiting for cows. You're not very good at slaughtering our cows. But you can see already that it looks to me like the profits are improving. Again, they won't last year because we spent that money on the trains, so we need to give it another year or two. The running costs came down last year. See what they are. So this year 17 and 18 are going to help us understand how we've improved this. I haven't really done anything to the grain and cow train stuff, so those are going to still need attention. But the fuel line, so look, it's showing 96, but it gets up to 700,000-800,000 profit. Let's have a look. Probably a bit soon. Look at their charts. Yeah, so they're both independent on each other, but it does look like I've improved them. But we'll need another year or two to tick by just to get some better data. Let's look at the age of these trains. 10 years, but they're just not carrying enough goods, and that's because even if I connect them up all the way to here, into London, London doesn't need coal and things like that, but we can move them into the hub and then ship them out to places that do. So that should, in theory, make us some profitable goods routes in the future. So we've got some major plans. We've got passenger commercial routes, both for aviation and trains to think about for the next few videos, as well as working on a mega goods hub in the south and try and replicate that in the north. So lots to do. So I think we'll leave that video there. We'll see how the profits go. I think my favourite thing to look at the moment is fuel. A fuel train. So we'll leave that as we play out today's video. So the star of the show for this episode is definitely our nice spanking new fuel tankers, and see that baby do its job, carrying the fuel to the masses that need it in the cities. Anyway guys, gonna love you and leave you. Thanks for joining me. If you like these videos, please hit the like button, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think of these videos, what you'd like to see. Always good to receive comments, so thanks for those that are making them. And yeah, we'll be back with more of the same. I'm Lone Gamer UK, and this is Transport Fever. Peace out guys, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.